We'll next have Denzil Rego. He's also from the Stanislaus Alumni Association, and he's going to be talking about the recycling and composting program that we run. Denzil.
I say thanks, John, Jerry, and the guys for giving me an opportunity to come here and do this. Okay, basically, go social. Okay, go social. There was a priest in our parish. I come from a parish called Mount Carmel's. He was also an ex-Stanislaus, a priest called Father Warner. He started something that was called the Carmel Civic Cell. Now, the Civic Cell dealt in a lot of issues, mainly our interaction. Don't move the slides with me. Mainly our interaction with politicians, BMC. I stand to correct you here. The ALMs don't do anything that's against the poor. In fact, we do things that work with them. Okay. Now, from there, what happened was, what evolved from there was health. Okay? Health was heads of ALMs, about 8 or 9 ALMs. So we had direct access to these ALMs to tell them what we needed to do. Now, health did a lot of programs socially. What evolved further from there is a focused program that we needed to work on. What happened to the normal thing that we do at home? That happens every day at home. What happens to the stuff that gets out from our house? What happens to the waste that happens that you get from the garden? We think that's a responsibility of the BMC. Another student who was also in Stanislaus, classmate of mine, Christopher, got thinking about it. He's a bit of a scientist. And he went on the net. I mean, there was no rocket science that he discovered. But what he evolved was a process by which we, ordinary citizens, in our own space, with the limited space that we got, in the institutions that we have, can manage our waste. Now, this was a little coverage we got in the press because someone felt a little nice about us, so I very proudly put it there. Sorry, this presentation is not very professional because I just did it overnight, but let's go to the next slide, sir. Okay, now these 4 photographs, the top 2 is our dustbins, okay, what we normally throw into our bins. The photograph at the bottom on the right, okay, is when this thing is being curated, the process. And the photograph at the bottom is on the left is what you finally get, that's compost. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Okay, this is what you get from ordinary waste that we throw. This is absolutely, we don't use any chemicals. This is absolutely nutritional. What you see left in that are the plastics and whatever else that we couldn't take out. You know, these come from, Pampers and sanitary pads and all, which are difficult to take out. That's what's left. Now, this stage is absolutely clean and clear that anybody, if you don't do it yourself, we do it ourselves, because I have one at home. Anybody, your gardener can do it, or anybody can do it. Now, just freeze on this for a moment. Okay. Now, this is, okay, go to the next slide. This is the compost in its final form. Okay. I showed you these slides right up for you to get an idea of what we can turn into this compost. These are all photographs, by the way, from Stanislaus. Okay, where we do the process. We also do it at Holy Family. Now, what I'm trying to say here is that the process that we normally use, depending on the municipality, it is, first of all, it's racket. Okay, let's be very frank. Another thing is the amount of carbon dioxide generated by over 1,000 trucks coming in and out of the city. The third thing is, your sweeper, or whoever takes it out from your home, doesn't really do the ultimate. What he's doing is he's taking it to the nearest place where he can sort out what he can sell, what he can't sell. Half of it is left is refused around the place, and what he can sell ultimately goes out from there, or it's left to rot somewhere. Now, this is the stuff that's left to rot that we ourselves can work with at home and turn it into compost. The rest of your plastic bottles and things that you can sell can very well be given because that's clean, that doesn't create a problem. But this is the stuff that's creating all those dumps that we have. We used to have it right here, all around the city. Okay, the landfills that we call. This is the stuff that we can turn in our own compounds, in our own places, into compost. Okay, so everybody can do it. I'll show you the tools we have for this. Can we go to the next slide? Okay, this is a very basic system. This can be replicated in your local place. Now, while we have these 2 drums, you need a drum each of about 110 liters. You keep putting your waste into it till it gets about 60%. Now, 60% means all the waste that you put in ultimately reduces in content. Finally, whatever you put in has reduced to about 10 to 15%. Okay, so it might take you, this is for an average family of about 5 or 6 average families. It will take you about 15 days to finish the cycle in 1 drum. Okay, we give you 2 drums because then they'll last you for the month, otherwise what do you do for the rest of the month? Okay, then you go back to the So what happens is when you fill this till about 60 or 70%, you stop putting one of the drums. Then we have this little red cover. So there's one red cover for both the drums. So you stop putting that, put that cover, you start using the next drum. What you've got to do to this is on a daily basis, just turn this drum around 2 to 3 times. That's all. What we teach you to do is how to maintain the right dampness, dryness inside the drum so that it turns into compost. See, the thing is, if it's too wet, if it's too damp, it will start smelling. If it's too dry, nothing will happen. Okay? The stuff you have varies from place to place, so I can't tell you exactly how long it will take you. But garden waste, anything besides glass, metal, plastic, styrofoam, anything else can go into this. At the 2 institutions that we had a problem with a lot of paper coming in. Okay? Just go to the next one. Okay, these are larger horizontal biodigesters that we put at big institutes. These have 2 compartments. Again, they're 220 liter each. They do the same job, but being insulated, it works a little faster because they're more expensive, so it doesn't become feasible for a small family or a small housing society to have these. Next one. Now, this is a crusher. This is the one that we put in recently at Stanislaus. Okay. Now, as I said, we get a lot of paper, we get a lot of hard stuff, we get a lot of bones. Okay. These crushers take care of that. They break it down to smaller pieces. See, if anything that's lying down the roadside, after a little while, you will find it smells, of course, when it's basically there. Once it starts germinating or whatever it gets, the smell slowly dies out. The bigger pieces like bones and things are not lie where they are. They'll take their own time. A crusher helps you do that process faster. Okay, that's all. If you don't have a crusher, no problem. What we say is put whatever big pieces there back into the compost bin, they'll break down in time. Okay? Go to the next. This is one type of crusher. These are the other 2 crushers that we have also. They're depending. Some people just need pulverizers. If you only have a canteen that has only vegetarian stuff, then you need the pulverizer. You don't need that. The crusher, as for more purposes, is a little more expensive. The pulverizer will work cheaper for you. Next slide, please. Okay, now this is a strainer. We have 2 types. One for the drum, that fits on top of the drum. So you strain the compost, turn it over, and whatever's thin straight away comes out. This is a little bigger one that we use. Again, this is also based at Stanislaus and at the few houses that we have, where you can strain the compost out to get that final compost content that I showed you about. Next slide, please. This is a board that we give you to advertise that your place or your school or whatever is a compost station. Okay, you can put your name. Then we've got Stanislaus out there. That's a picture from there. You can put your name there. We get it done for you. So you can advertise that you are also in the process of whatever environment or care of creation is a thing that was introduced by the Pope about a couple of years ago. Next slide, please. This is a sort of a collection of pictures just to show you we are prepared to come anywhere, any place, any organization, any society, any individual to show you what the process is, how to talk about it. And after we give this thing to you, we don't just let you do it on your own. We support you till you get the first 2 rounds of composting, whatever, whether it's a big unit or it's a small unit. We are there with you till you get the first 2, whether it takes a month or it takes 2 months, but we are there around with you. It's not that we are not there after that, we are there also on call. Principal and myself on it are 24 hours on call. Okay? We also have a system of an AMC after that, which you can avail of, but we advise you to do it yourself because that's what we want you to do. Okay? Next slide, please. Now, these are the picture of the various units. The one on the far right there is Stanislaus. This is where we start. If you get a picture of this, the one that we started off a year and a half ago at Mount Carmel, if you see Mount Carmel in Bangalore, just one big quadrangle. There's a school of about 1,000 odd students there. There was children playing there, people going in for mass. We didn't have a problem with smell, we didn't have a problem because we worked on this. So I just want to show you that we've placed these things. I've got the one in the center, the rotary one, that you can see out there in the center. It's just outside my bedroom at home. Okay? So there's no problem. We sit down there, barbecues, whatever, there's no hassle. If you learn how to control it, which we can come and help you how to do it. That's in St. Anthony's, that's the one at Karjal. There are many other places. That's one at Nirmala Colony. We've got one at Holy Family. We've got some at, we're working with the gym, hopefully. We're also almost commissioning one at Pidlite. Okay, so we have solutions, we have industrial solutions also, where they're totally automated processes that we can come, we've got to do a survey on a case-to-case basis and we can take it from there. Next slide, please. Now this is very basic. This is a fruit garden. That's some of you know JAAI West from Bangalore. He has this fruit garden on his terrace. He had a big problem trying to manage this fruit garden. Using the pure organic compost that we had, these are the fruits he produced. That little bunch of kids there is from Divine Child School and Dairy. They took this process, right up to the state level and won every award right up to there. Okay, for some reason they could go up to the national level. But this is what people have recognized it all over the place because they find it the most economic and sensible system that we have. Okay, you go to the next slide. Okay, you find me very comfortably sitting on that swing, and she's from another NGO called Ariwa. Will you believe that this swing and that the furniture is all made from recycled stuff? Okay, these are all recycled Tetra Paks. Okay, the swing I'm sitting on, of course, the bench of it, the bench there, that. Now we also are advising people to learn how to recycle. Okay, we're trying to introduce centers where we can collect this stuff for you, and you can either donate it out, or if you want something back, there's certain limiters that you give them and they give you something back. Okay, I think we have one more slide. Okay, that's where you can contact us for anything. You can also go onto the JAAI website or the Stanislaus website. We also have onhelp.org written on Facebook. We are PCD Nature Machines. And you can send us an email at helpband@gmail.com.
As a model for sustainable business, at engineering colleges to design new machines. Any thoughts on that?
Okay, honestly, let's be very frank, I don't think I'm qualified enough to tell you that. But one thing I can say, with the institution that we're working with, of course, Father Jude, you said he's sitting somewhere, Father Jude, okay, we're trying to work out with the school. They have their own compulsions as to where they can introduce this program, okay? We are welcome to sit with whoever wants to work with us. Father Swami there is showing interest too. We're welcome to sit and get this further and work on what you're talking about. Jerry, but I can't answer this because I'm not qualified enough to take it to that level, okay? Honestly, the engineering of getting all this done, the scientific part of it is Christopher, so that's very theoretical as to how we can get it invested in the school system or the college systems. We'll have to work out with Father Fraser's here too, with sorry, I forgot the other piece's name, but we'll have to work out with them, okay? I can't answer that question. Anything else? Yes.
How many tons of compost you get? How many tons of compost you get here?
Unfortunately, there's no relation to the amount you put into what you get out, okay? One thing I can tell you is that if you're looking at it as an investment, there are no returns. You will not get monetary returns for it. The only investment is that you're looking after the environment. It will not pay you back, even if you put the 8,000 rupee drum. If you're saying that if I invested that much, and that's the basic two drum concept, if you're saying I put that much in it, what will I get back from selling? It doesn't work out. Yeah. Quantity, can I send that to you? Just give me a link. I'll do the math and send it to you on the. I don't have it off the cuff. Off the cuff, I don't have it, but I can give you. There's a fair ratio. I can't give you that right now. What I'll do is I'll send it to you on the net. I'll do the calculation, send it to you on the net as to what we've been generating from the other centers. Yeah. We don't take the compost ourselves. We give it, whoever wants to use it, you use it in your own institution. We don't take anything back. Yeah, we don't take anything back. The institution uses it as and when. Of course, Stanislaus, they've told us do what you want with the compost, but now Father Juan has asked us that he needs something for the villa up there, so we're gathering how much we got there. We give it around the place. But there are some people who want to know what to do with this compost. So we do buy the rough stuff back at 8 rupees a kilo. Okay, we buy it because then we've got to further crush it and strain it and things like that. So we buy it back 8 rupees a kilo. That's what I can tell you. But the institutions by and large have not really said take it, so we've not done that sort of a calculation. But I can give you a fair calculation as to if you put in this much, what will you get in how many days? That I can give you. Yeah. I'll answer you one second. Sorry?
You will be requiring some starter culture to establish the process, which will be different for different regions because the composition of the waste will be different. And that you will require to replenish it.
Okay, so good question. See, initially when we started this off, we used to get it from a company called Excel. Okay, we used to buy this from a company called Excel. Over the period of about the last 8 months, we've developed this ourselves. Okay, so we give you the starter kit, and as long as you don't wash the drums, okay, the enzyme is already in the drums. You don't need to start it up. You don't need to ever use it again. There's something also available like some odor control. We don't know what's in that. Okay, so we don't use it. What we do is if you get odor mainly comes when things are damp, smelling or whatever. We put in a little dry stuff. Sawdust that you can get from nearest mill, tear paper and put it in, or whatever, And people have been good enough, like a couple of the banks, they need to cross-check all their documents and things like that. they've come to know that we're doing this, so we've got sacks of it. In fact, I don't have place, it's a Christmas place or whatever. You know where to keep it. They've been just giving it to us, come take, like Citizen Bank, take it. Okay, some people around the place do carpentry work, that's not big carpentry work. You want to come collect all my shavings, okay, fine. Otherwise it's just thrown out. So we keep it and then we give it to people when they ask for it. Otherwise, this stuff is available in Khar and Bandra, we get it next to Bandra, as well as at, what is that, Kurla, Bandra, Kurla, you get all this stuff. They sell it for about 100 rupees a sack. Okay, that's if you want to get it from there.
How much time does the whole process take?
Yeah, see, it depends place to place, conditions, climatic conditions, what you put in, how you look after it, okay? Now, this are the two drums that I showed you, that's why we use two drums for this purpose. It takes you a month, okay, about 15 days for each drum. Stanislaus, the things that we do, that we put in. See, I've got two drums with Stanislaus. I use each compartment separately. Depending on what I put in, I've got compost even in 8 days there. Sometimes it's taking me 21 days. Okay, all depends on what you put in, how it's taken care of. Now, besides that, the main thing is each individual taking care of it. Okay, because we go around, and if anybody says it's not happening, I know it's not happening because of human error. It's not happening because there's something wrong with the system. We teach them, and that's why we have this AMC thing, or we have this, till we get two compost, we are with you. And even after that, we're there for it.
So the same thing as the one which is coming with earthworms and
it will. Earthworms will come if it's too damp. But nothing gets out of the bins. It's all happening inside the bin. Okay, we put our hands and see where we come from was the same place as everybody else. Once this dirt went out of the house, we didn't want to put our hands in it. But we have open drums. There are maggots, there are fruit flies, various things. They're harmless basically. Okay.